Good morning. So this is my breakfast for today. Today I'm having oats with raspberries. I cooked these on the stovetop and I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that I use to make my oats. I don't add too much stuff to it. I know a lot of people like to add spices and all that. I like it just simple, quick, so I can be out the door quickly. So I cooked them in this right here. I cook them in the Ripple dairy-free pea milk. I used 6 ounces of this per serving. So in total I used 12 ounces because I cooked 2 servings at the same time. So I used 6 ounces of this per serving. This is my favorite milk replacement. It's high protein. It has no carbs. The only problem I have with this one, it's a little bit high in sodium, but it's not too bad. The taste is very much like almond milk, so it's very similar. That's what I like about it. I also used 8 grams per serving of regular brown sugar. This is, I believe the brand is, let me get it for you guys. This is the brand for this one. It's just raw organic turbinado sugar. So this is the one I get and I love it. You don't need a lot of it to sweeten. So I use this on my coffee and I also use this whenever I'm cooking if I need to use sugar. So I used the sugar and I only used 8 grams per serving. That's 1 tablespoon per container. And then I used oats. So I don't like to get instant oats. I like to get my regular old-fashioned rolled oats. I like the fact that they're thick. I don't mind consistency and I don't mind having to cook it on the stovetop. It only takes 10 minutes max for you to cook oats. The reason I don't like quick oats is because they're full of sugar, so that's something I'm not into. And because of the texture, they tend to be a little too gooey for me. I like them to be a little bit thicker. I get the Bob's Red Mill, or the organic thick rolled oats. So these are the ones I get right here. And in total, these are 48 grams of oats in each serving. So that's what I use to make my oatmeal. I use 6 ounces of this per serving, 48 grams of the oats, and just 8 grams of the sugar. And then as far as the raspberries, I get the Driscoll's organic raspberries. The container is really tiny and these are expensive, but they taste so good. And it's not like I eat a lot of them. So usually a container tends to last me for about 2 days if I'm having 2 servings per day. So it's not too bad. Fruits are good for you. It's just eating too much, depending on your goals, may not be so good. So this is what I'm having. This is my oatmeal. So this is really small. Usually my breakfast is bigger, but I need to go food shopping. So I'm missing like meat replacements. So this is as close to as I can get to meet my daily goals as far as protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So to make up for my lack of protein, because oatmeal is a carbohydrate and it doesn't have a lot of protein, I'm having 1 serving of this. So I'm going to have 55 grams of this. This is my favorite protein in the whole wide world. This is called Vegasport and is a plant-based protein. It's meant to be used post-workout, but I use it before or after my workout, depending on how I'm feeling. This protein is really good. It is very low in carbs. I believe for every 30 grams of protein, you're only consuming 4 grams of carbs. It has BCAAs, glutamine. It comes in about 3 flavors. I believe it comes in vanilla, chocolate, and blueberries. I like the vanilla one because it mixes well with anything. So if you want to add it into a smoothie, you can. And today I'm having 55 grams, which is a little bit over the recommended serving. The recommended serving is 41 grams. So it's a little bit over that. But I need to meet my daily goals as far as protein. So I am tracking macros right now. And the app I use to track my macros is called LifeSum. So this is pretty much what it looks like. I showed you guys in my story before. It's called LifeSum. So my breakfast in total has 486 calories. I'm having 54 grams of protein, 48 grams of carbs, and 11 grams of fat. I'm a little bit under when it comes to the fat ratio for my breakfast, but I don't like to have anything high in fat for breakfast because I feel like it messes with my stomach it'll give me nausea or sometimes a stomach ache. So I like to have my carbs and protein early in the day. So high carb, high protein breakfast, that's usually what works for me. Other people are different. Some people can't have a lot of carbs in the morning, just mainly high fats and high protein, but everybody's different. This is just what works for me. So yeah, this is my breakfast for today and the shake. So right now I'm gonna have some coffee, and like I said earlier, I measure pretty much if it's something that has calories or carbs or etc. I measure it. So I usually have 2 spoons of sugar in my coffee, which is not too good. So I'm measuring right now. I'm gonna have 16 grams of sugar. Ugh, I'm a little over, but that's okay. So I'm measuring it, and I'm using the same scale I used earlier. I'm measuring in grams. I like my coffee all black. I usually use Bustelo. I don't like adding creamers or milk, but that's just me. It just makes me nauseous. It kind of reminds me of actual dairy. So that's why I can't have anything else in my coffee. But that's it. I'll just drink my coffee black, add some sugar, and that's it. Okay, so this is gonna be my lunch for today. I'm having butternut squash zigzag. So this comes already pre-cut and is made from butternut squash. I'm having the whole pack. Normally I would split it up, but this is gonna be my second meal today after the coffee I had earlier. So I'm gonna have this now, and I'm gonna have the entire bag. I'm gonna pretty much fry them in olive oil. I use this one. This is Filippo Berrio organic extra virgin olive oil. I got this at Fairway. Everything I have here is from Fairway. I'm gonna use some Himalayan salt. I'm gonna use hoisin sauce, just 1 tablespoon of this. This is pretty much made from soy, but this one is vegan and it tastes really, really good. It's really good for stir fries. And then I'm going to eat the cubed seitan. This is wheat protein, so it's a meat replacement. I'm going to have 2 servings of this so I can have a little bit more protein. So the macros for this meal are in total having 46 grams of protein, 47 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of fat. I might also have a salad on the side. So if I do have a salad, I like to have this one because it has some protein already in it. It's pretty good, but it depends on your taste. I don't like spinach or iceberg lettuce, so I feel like this works well for me. So this is gonna be my lunch for today. Alright guys, so I know what all of you are thinking. How is she eating fried stuff? It's supposed to be healthy. There is nothing wrong with fried food as long as you're intaking the correct amount of fat. A lot of people have this misconception. I know I did when I first started working out. I felt like I couldn't have anything fried or anything sweet, but there's nothing wrong with frying any of your food. If you like, for example, French fries, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're consuming the correct amount of fats and you're substituting some of the ingredients. So for example, I use olive oil. Olive oil is a healthier alternative as compared to, let's say, corn oil. Instead of using regular potatoes, which are really high in carbs, I substituted it and I'm using butternut squash. And then I have my meat replacement, which is low in sodium, and I used the soy sauce that was low in sodium to cook it. So there's nothing wrong with this meal. It's healthy, it's filling. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm definitely gonna enjoy it. And it fits into my macros. So in total, this has 509 calories, 46 grams of protein, 47 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of fat. So I am gonna add a salad to the side as well, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna add to it and how my macros might change due to the salad. Okay guys, so this is the salad I'm having now, and I'm just gonna use this dressing right here. I could add more stuff to it, but I'm feeling lazy, so I'm not going to. So this is honey mustard dressing and marinade made with avocado oil. It's dairy free. It's made with real apple cider vinegar. It's soy free and canola free, and it tastes so good. So yes, I do have some things that have honey in them. I haven't removed honey completely out of my diet. That's why I consider myself more plant-based and not necessarily vegan. I won't touch things like meat and eggs or dairy at all. But honey, I do have from time to time. This is one of the things I have in my house that happens to have honey. So by adding this to my meal, my macros are now going to be, instead of the previous ones, they're going to be 593 calories. It's going to be 48 grams of protein, 56 grams of carbs, and 23 grams of fat. So I'm eating large portions. Like this is a really large salad for me to eat. I never have this much. And this is a lot of food also for me to have down in one sitting. So eating healthy, like I said, you don't have to feel like you're starving yourself. You can eat, and you can eat things like fried foods. You can have things that have sugar in them. It's all a matter of having things fit into your macros. One thing that I did that I hated was I restricted myself when I first began changing my lifestyle. And that can actually trigger anxiety or even eating disorders. So you have to be careful with that. Alright guys, so I was craving something sweet, and recently my friend Giselle introduced me to this drink called Matcha Latte. So she got me one from Starbucks. It had matcha, which is this. Pretty much a lot of people have been asking me, what is this? This is just literally powdered green tea leaves. So it is like really concentrated green tea. So from what I read online, 1 tablespoon of this has an estimated like 10 cups of brewed green tea. You can make it as an additive to anything else that you add on to. So like if you want to make a smoothie, you could add it to a smoothie. If you want to make a latte, like the way I'm doing it now, you can have it iced or cold. I mean iced or hot. It's up to you. So it's all about preference. So pretty much I'm gonna link below what the benefits are of matcha and when or how you can consume it. It's vegan, organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher. I got mine from Fairway, like I said earlier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of this. I'm adding 4 tablespoons of this. So this is plant-based, half and half. So it's thick and really sweet. So it's gonna sweeten up the drink for me, and it's gonna make it taste more like the latte that I have from Starbucks. I'm putting it in my NutriBullet because this needs to be blended. If not, it's gonna be patchy and you're gonna have flakes floating and it's not gonna mix well, and the texture of it, you will not enjoy it. So I added 4 tablespoons of this, and then I added 10.5 fluid ounces of the plant-based protein. Pretty much all I did was finish the little bit I had. And I do need to add a little bit more protein because I am under for the day. So in total, this is going to be like a snack, I guess. This is what you might have if you're craving something sweet and you go to Starbucks. But this is the homemade version. Simple ingredients. You know what's going in there. It's not some nasty syrup that's been sitting there for 3 months and now somebody is pumping it out to feed it to you. It's not like high fructose corn syrup. You know exactly what's in it. And it's just simple, quick, cheap. Also, you don't have to spend $5 to have one drink, when literally the milk itself, this whole container, was under $5. They get these usually for $3.99. Sometimes they have them on sale and I get them for $3. This one I did not find in Fairway. I actually got this one from Whole Foods. They had it in the regular dairy department where the half and half is, and like the name Ripple just stood out and I was like, what? They have half and half? And I've literally like posted this everywhere. This is my new go-to. It is so good. And the macros are actually really good. I don't know if you guys can see it so well. So 2 tablespoons. It has only 45 calories, 3.5 grams of fat. only 2 grams of carbs, less than 1% of your sodium intake for the day, and it has about 1 gram of protein. So this beats any other creamer out there that I have ever seen, tried. This is definitely it. You should definitely try it. I think you'll enjoy it. So in total, this smoothie will have, well, not smoothie, latte. This latte has 180 calories, which is great. The Starbucks one, I actually did some research. That one was about 400 calories for a medium. This has only 180 calories. And it has 11 grams of protein, which is awesome. 4 grams of carbs. So the carbs are coming from the creamer, because I used 4 tablespoons. The recommended value is 2, but I used 4 because I wanted a little bit sweeter. And it only has 13 grams of fat. So the fat is coming from this bad boy right here, and from this right here, because this does have some fat in it. And that's pretty much it. This definitely would beat any drink from Starbucks. So this is the final result, and oh, it's so good. I like making it in the NutriBullet also, and I let it spin for like an extra minute because it gets frothy and it tastes so good. So I actually have more here, but it looks so pretty in this cup, so I'm gonna drink it and then drink the rest. And there you go, you have your homemade latte. You don't have to go to Starbucks, and it's so guilty free, which is what I love. Like I said before, eating better does not have to be boring. Alright guys, so this is gonna be my last meal of the day. So I just got out the gym, so I'm gonna drink protein. So I'm gonna have 35 grams of the protein right here, which is gonna give me about, let me see, it's gonna give me about 26 grams of protein. I'm gonna have rice, cauliflower, which I mentioned before. This is a great substitute for rice if you're trying to go low carb. I'm gonna have the wheat protein I had earlier, but there's another kind. This one is like strips, it's not cubed. I'm having this, and I'm having a total of, so I'm having 1 cup of this, and I'm having 2 cups of this right here. I'm going to use olive oil. I'm going to use 3 teaspoons. No, 2 teaspoons actually. So 2 teaspoons to cook it in. And I'm going to use this. I'm going to use liquid aminos. This is a soy sauce replacement. It has 0 calories and it is very low sodium compared to regular soy sauce. I'm going to throw this in there because I like spicy food, and the Himalaya salt. So I'm going to cook this like a stir fry because I am tired. I just worked out and I really just want to make this as fast as possible. So I'm just going to cook it in a stir fry and then eat it. I'm going to drink this right now though because I am really hungry. I just got out the gym. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the only protein I take. I usually don't take in this much protein, but since I have to go to the supermarket and I have literally no food in my fridge, I have nothing as high in protein. So I'm using this to make sure that I'm meeting my goal for the day, which was about like 164 grams of protein. That was my goal for the day. So I'm making sure I'm consuming this. Alright guys, this is the end result. That's it. Pretty much like a stir fry. This to me is like my version of fried rice. Pretty much. And the protein shake, and that's it. I'm done for the day. Thank God, because I feel so full. I've ate a lot of volume-rich foods today, and I did have a lot of protein. So I do tend to get a bit bloated when I have a lot of protein, right after my meals especially, but then it usually goes away after like I digest everything. But I know I'm going to be super full after I finish drinking my shake and finish eating this. And that's it. Ta-da!